Hey guys, welcome back to the Nexo Ninja, and considering Season 7 of LEGO Ninjago Sons of Garmadon has just finished, I'd figured I'd do a top 10 ranking the episodes of the season. Now considering, the cliffhanger, the finale and all, yeah, don't expect the finale to be exactly number 1, because I'm not a fan of cliffhangers. But I'll be getting all the pictures of the episodes throughout my reviews, so if you're wondering why, one of them is just Lloyd in his Season 1 outfit, that's simply because, that's what I use for one of my old videos reviewing the episode. But anyway, so let's get to this top 10. Let's go! As Mario would say. I don't know why I quoted Mario in a Ninjago video, but anyway, let's go. Number 10 is Episode 81, Game of Masks, is number 10 on this list. I'm just going to put this out. Some of them are low on the list simply because I like other episodes more, and that's sort of the case here. I don't really dislike or hate any episodes, just this one I found less interesting. Lloyd figures out that Harumi's the quiet one in this episode, and also this is where they find the last mask, the Mask of Hatred. And then there's a big ending with, the ninja fighting that big crab monster. But personally, this episode was basically, suspenseful for Lloyd figuring out Harumi was the quiet one. But there's just more episodes that I personally prefer rather than this one. So if this is one of your personal favorite episodes, don't get angry at me. Now let's get to number 9. Number 9 is Episode 1, the original episode. Well, there is just definitely a lot more going on throughout future episodes than the original episode. This episode is simply, basic. That the sons of Garmadon steal the first mask, the Mask of Vengeance, and the ninja basically figure out who they are. And that's basically it. Most of the episode was given away already before it was aired, considering, the trailer was the first half of the episode, and, with the special DVD release on the movie, you got another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, so basically, I'm just not really a fan of this episode. I mean, it's a good episode, but more are better than it, so, yeah. Number 8 is Dead Man's Squall. There wasn't really much going on in this episode. The last episode, they picked up Zane from, being found out and destroyed by Mr. E. But, basically, Zane was disactivated throughout the whole episode, and Nia was figuring out a way to bring him back online. But, then we figured out who Samurai X was, even though with the minifigure, we already technically knew it was Pixel. But, yeah, there wasn't really much going on in this episode, but it was action-packed, and that's probably why it's so high on the list. But yeah, let's get to the next episode. Number 7 is The Quiet One. The Quiet One was basically an episode where the ninja figure out who the Quiet One is. Obviously, is Harumi, and yeah, that's basically all that happens. As I know that I can't really remember the rest of it, and that's probably why I say that's all that happens. But clearly, it's not really a memorable episode if I can't remember. But I do know that I did severally enjoy this episode. So yeah, it's number 7. Number 6 is Episode 76, The Jade Princess. This is the second episode of the season, which basically is a really important episode. Once again, the ninja are at the castle, and Harumi and Lloyd basically go out talking for a bit, and when the Sons of Ninja, why do I keep on calling them the Sons of the Ninja? I don't know, I just, I say ninja a lot and all, but the Sons of Garmadon, basically, they, will take their bikes and completely destroy the temple or whatever it was, and steal the Mask of Deception. But, yeah, that was really action-packed episode, and there are episodes that I prefer more before it. So, yeah, let's get to number 5. Number 5 is the season finale, Big Trouble, Little Ninjago. This episode is the recent one, and once again, it's got cliffhangers, so that's why it wasn't really, higher on this list, but can you blame them? I mean, there's so much that needed to be done in the episode, but they only had one more episode, so they kind of had to push it to next season, but there was a lot going on in this, and it was a really good episode, for Lloyd, that is, but yeah, there's not much I can say about it, but I don't want to just repeat what I said in my episode review, so, and of course, you probably have already watched the episode yourself, so you know what it's about, but yeah, so let's get to number 4. Number 4 is True Potential. True Potential was, a very, episode. I'm gonna say that because it was mostly heartwarming and really sad. Basically, Garmadon was resurrected in the previous episode, and he has power of the Oni. Lloyd goes in to physically fight him, but loses horribly, and that's basically why it's sad, because he's really, really defeated and really tired out because of Garmadon's power. But that's basically what the whole episode is, just a giant fight, and personally, no offense, but I prefer other fights in Ninjago. But anyway, let's get to the next episode. Number 3 is Dread on Arrival. Dread on Arrival was an episode with tons of suspense. The Sons of Garmadon, oh my gosh, I can't say their names right. But anyway, we figure, they have Lloyd from the last episode, and the ninja want to get him back and stop Garmadon's resurrection. But considering they have all the masks, they have already started the resurrection. And then it's just a big scene with the ninja trying to stop it, but it's very action-packed, and I can't really describe it well, so I just recommend going watch the episode yourself. If you don't have cable, like me, you just go on YouTube and watch it, because clearly you have YouTube because you're watching this video right now. But let's get to number 2. Number 2 is The Dragon and the Oni. This episode had a lot going on for the beginning of the season. It had Lloyd and Jay figuring out that Lloyd is half Oni and half dragon, and that the creation of Ninjago and that story. But it also shows Cole and Zane infiltrating the Sons of Garmadon with a different name known as Snake Jaguar, which is personally one of my favorite Zane suits, and man, I want his minifigure bad. But anyway, it is just a very great episode, and I just like it overall. Personally, this is my opinion, so yeah. Now let's get to number 1. Number 1 is, speaking of Snake Jaguar is, in my opinion, the best episode of LEGO Ninjago Sons of Garmadon. This episode had a lot going on. In the previous episode, which I just mentioned, the Dragon and the Oni, Cole gets found out and imprisoned in the Sons of Garmadon's jail, or whatever you would call it. And Zane's trying to physically, still find out stuff about the Sons of Garmadon, so he's in disguise. And this episode is just basically a big, huge race between the Sons of Garmadon and Zane, and once Zane gets figured out, it's a huge fight between him and Mr. E, which in my opinion is the best fight of the season. Also, we get introduced to Baby Woo, but still, we don't know he's Baby Woo yet. Yeah, this, in my opinion, is the best episode of the season, and I really did enjoy this episode. Anyway, I'd like to hear your favorite episode of the season in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.